Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. So today we're going to be taking a look at the DAD, the data acquisition device. So once you guys start smogging cars that are 2000 and newer, you're going to be using the DAD in order to perform that inspection. The DAD is also used on diesels, 98 and newer, and all hybrids. So let's go ahead and take a look step by step on how to use the DAD. Alright, so as soon as we find the BAR-OIS icon, that's going to be the OBD2 looking connector that you guys see right there. That's the one that we're going to be clicking on. Once we click on it, it's going to open up the full screen. I like to go full screen, it gives me better control. On this main menu here, we can see perform inspection, repair only, some other information. We're only going to be looking at perform inspection today. On this screen here, you're going to be scanning your badge and then you're going to enter your passcode. If you do forget it, you can always hit forget password and it's going to help you refresh it. Here's basically telling you to make sure that you guys have up-to-date software, make sure that everything's good, and don't do anything you're not supposed to because you are clicking an agreement when you hit continue. Here you're going to go ahead and click on the VIN number on the car. If you're unable to scan for some reason, you're going to have to manually enter it. Always make sure you're scanning, easier for you, and it doesn't tell BAR that you're doing something you might not. On this page here, it's going to go ahead and take you into the issuing state. That means that both VIN numbers off the DMV document and the car matched. It's going to ask you if the data is correct. You're going to hit yes if it all matches. And is this vehicle part of a government fleet or a business fleet? Because this DAD is not connected to the DMV server, this is why we're getting the DMV message. This vehicle also failed previously, so this is why it's coming up here letting you know when and what it failed for. On this next screen here, it's asking for certification type. Is this vehicle California, federally certified, or does it have a BAR referee label? Then it's going to ask you for the test group. You can find this on the under the hood label, or you can kind of cheat. Notice we have a 1.8 vehicle, so we're going to look for the 1.8. On this screen here, you're going to enter the odometer that's listed on the instrument cluster. If for some reason it's unreadable, go ahead and hit none, and it's going to zero it out. Make sure that you're sure with the mileage because it does ruin the Carfax if you screw up. Here it's telling you to confirm the vehicle data to make sure that you're doing the inspection on the right car. Here we can see that this vehicle does have a recall. If it was an emission one, you couldn't continue the inspection. This is going to print out so you can give it to your customer. These are the modules we're going to be testing. And this screen here, I'd always recommend when you go do the mill functional, take the DAD with you and plug it in. Right after you hit yes here, on the next screen, it's going to ask you, did the light turn off when you started the car? If you hit yes or no, it jumps right into the OBD2 test. So instead of wasting time when the machine is telling you that it can't talk to the car, make sure that you're already plugged in so that way it just goes. So during this process, the DAD is actually collecting data from the engine computer. While it's doing so, you can go ahead and get started on your visual inspection. This is going to give you about 1.5 to 2 minutes. So you're going to be halfway done with your visual by the time the vehicle's done with the OBD2 portion. So why just stand around or be on social media? Go ahead and get started on your visual so this way you can kill some extra time and you're gonna not slow the whole process down. Alright, so once the test is done, the data is going to be sent to the bureau. Then it's going to tell you that the test is already complete. You can turn the car off. Before you do so, go ahead and do your bar snap test because you're going to have to input those results right after this screen. Disconnect the DAD so this way you don't forget, and then when you pull the car out, you take the whole DAD with you. So go ahead and unplug that, turn the car off, do your bar snap, and then let's get ready to input some information. On this screen here, we're going to input the results for the BAR smoke test. From the exhaust, we have pass, fail, or not applicable. And then we have the BAR smoke test, but at the crankcase system, PCV valve, dipstick, filler cap, and the PCV breather. Here, we're asking for the liquid fuel leak check, pass, fail, or not applicable. On this next screen here, we can enter our full visual inspection. So after we looked at the emissions label and we determined what emission components the car had, we were going to go to the car, look for them, and make sure that they were there and properly connected. So we're checking for PCV, EVAP, CAT, EGR, turbo, supercharger, fuel metering, air injection, computer sensors, wiring, vacuum lines, and other emission related components will all be checked. If they're all good, then you would hit continue. On this screen here, it's asking if we have any aftermarket parts with an EO number. If you hit no, it's going to take you to the next screen. You hit yes, it's going to take you here. On this screen here, you can enter the EO number on whatever emission components are on the car that are aftermarket. The thing is, it's not doing the search for you here, it's just inputting it so it shows up on the paperwork. Then it's going to ask you, did you do any emission related repairs? If you hit no, then it's going to bring you to the next page. If you hit yes, then it's going to take you to the page where you need to input what you actually repaired. So you got to be careful with that one. Notice here that our vehicle failed, and the reason why it failed, it was for not ready. This means that the monitors were not set. If you notice on my notes here, I said I cleared the mill prior to the test. So we did modify the car purposely, so we had to clear the light, and then we ran the test. So notice here how we have our visual inspection report. And on page 2, you can see that it has the active recall. So one of the cool things, most of the printers that we use now are duplex printers. So we could print on back and front. So set it up this way. It saves you paper, especially when you get those cars that have multiple recalls that haven't been taken care of. You'll be able to see that information, print it for your customer, and it makes it that much easier for them. Also, too, when you are looking at the vehicle inspection report, or prior to that, you guys notice where I put the notes. One thing I want to show there is if the vehicle would have passed, it would have brought you to a screen that said, would you like to issue a certificate? So you have the opportunity to put yes or no. If you put yes, you're issuing a certificate of compliance either for the vehicle to renew the registration or to do a change of ownership. If this is a military personnel seeking a smog inspection but not California registration, you want to make sure that you put no. Don't issue a certificate for them. If not, you're going to create a can of worms for them, because now California is assuming that they are trying to register that vehicle in California instead of just getting a base pass. And that's it, guys. So using the DAT isn't too difficult. Make sure that you guys hang around. We got some more videos coming up for you guys. And as always, we're always bettering the automotive industry one technician at a time, and it all starts with you. So we're going to put some more videos up for you guys. Make sure you guys are staying in touch with these videos. Hopefully this helps you guys out. If you guys have any comments or questions, make sure you guys let us know. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next one.